Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, here to preview some of the reels that have just been pouring into my shop in this winter time. You know, winter time is a great time when you're not fishing to take your reels apart, go get them serviced, clean up your tackle, get it ready for the new season. So, folks that know me know that it's a little bit of a slower time in the shop, and they tend to send in lots of reels for repair during their downtime. Of course, during the regular fishing season, I'm normally working on reels that unfortunately have broken for one reason or another. So this is a good time to do the routine maintenance. So let's look at this first one. The first one comes in from Massachusetts, and it looks like they have a box of antique or older bait casting reels here. So let's take a look at what we got. We got 5 older reels. Boy, they certainly look like they're in need of some repair. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do with these. If I remember the story behind these belong to somebody's father, and they're just asking me to do what I can do. So the first one up is a Great Lakes. It's a model S30 made in Lexington, Michigan. And other than being dirty and complaining a little bit here, it seems like we might be able to get that one back up. Second one up then is a Shakespeare Triumph Special. I can't see the date tag on this one. Let's scrape off some of that. It's a model FE. If I go to my secret Dakota chart for my Shakespeare's, that's a 1956 reel. F for the 5, E for the 6. So that reel was made in 1956, which kind of jives with the fellow's take on them being the father's or the grandfather's reel. Here's a Fluger skill cast. These are nice reels. They kind of are along the lines of the Akron or the Fluger Rocket, the Rocket being a little bit bigger. This one's turning but needs the handle. This is a Fluger Akron. We were just comparing the two. They look very similar, as you can see, pretty much all around on that, so I'm not quite sure what the difference is. This one seems to have a bent line guide feature, which we'll try and work with. And then here's a Sport King model 22. Not familiar with that. Looks like, well, it looks like somebody leaded over the bottom of this with some solder or something. You always find some kind of interesting things, and I don't know what they want me to do with this reel. It had a line guide at one point in time. It had some things, so I'm not sure there's much we can do with this one, but we'll give it a chance. We'll do what we can to try to clean that up and let them put them on a shelf, or do whatever it is that is going to motivate them. So this one's coming in from Maryland. Comes in from John, and John is sending me a Daiwa D1000. I like these reels a lot, and it looks like John's had the bail off and is asking me to put the bail back on. So as long as all the pieces and parts are there, we'll be okay, but I always kind of get worried, especially when I look at the bottom ones that have these angular trips on them. Penn does a trip like that where it has a spring driven piece below, and we'll see what we can do to get that one back together. Unfortunately, there's never any guarantees with those. So Mark, who goes by Zeke Antiques, is a returning customer of mine. And Mark has sent me a note along with this. He says, I'd like the Mitchells in the blue bag, and the box, the old reels in the Shakespeare box repaired. The rest is yours. So that's nice of him. I'll take this as a rest is yours. This is a Penn Long Beach, needs a reel seat and screws and a tune-up. Here's one of those Mitchells that he was referring to. This is a Mitchell 306. I've done the videos on the Mitchell 306, so we're not going to do that. Here's a sturdy old Mitchell 302. And from what I understand, Mark, who makes beautiful signs under the Zeke's Antiques, makes all these hand-painted signs, which are gorgeous. He's giving me the stuff that he finds at flea markets and that, and I guess he buys them as a group of reels. This 302 has the conversion This is called the PUM, P-U-M. It means pickup manual conversion. So there is no bail on that. It's simply cast, and then as you're casting, you will wind that line into the roller here, and that's your reel. So the 302, I've done videos on those, so we probably won't do that one as well. So let's see what else we have. This is a Sport King. I believe that was the Montgomery Ward brand name. It's an Ocean City reel, and looks very much like, oh, in this case, here's the Ocean City 949. It's almost identical. You can compare all the features and functions, the only difference being the case and the handle. But even in the handle, you can see they use the heptagonal six-sided nut, and even the star adjusters behind it are very much the same. So that's a parts reel, and I have some parts reels there that probably could be used for that. Let's see what the old reels are in the Shakespeare box that he's interested in. Well, we have two of those. I think I just did one of these. This is the Shakespeare 2210. It's a nice spinning reel. Oh, that one's locked up. It's locked up from a bail standpoint, and it's locked up from a frozen grease or other trauma standpoint. Let's see if the bail trips. Well, the bail trips, that's good. It's just locked up because the rotor isn't turning. We'll see what we can do with that. Don't think I've done this one. This is the Shakespeare 2300. Same issue, locked up. So we'll see if we can't make those work for Mark. And then let's see what else is in here as a bonus. This is a Mitchell 624, I think he's asking me to work on. Kind of hard to see in the bag, but this is of the early series Mitchells. I guess this is my least favorite. I just think this one is not as well made as the others. Yeah, this is the 624 Mitchell, or 620 in this case. Just we'll get that one back running. I think I have some extra parts if needed for that. And then we have just a series of parts reels. Here's I believe that's the 710 Spin Fisher. Probably missing more than it's worth, but the bail still works. The rotor works. Needs a handle. Needs a. Well, that's what I guess the issue was with that. A broken spool. No adjuster knob. The adjuster knob on that costs you as much as the darn reel is worth. Here's a Shimano 2000. I probably have the handle for that. If I have the handle for that, I think I'll send that right back to Mark, let him do some fishing on that. Here's a Mitchell. It's a Mitchell 4 ball bearing Excellence. Well, looks like there's an issue here in that we don't have a free spool release on that one. And just a couple of others that are typical reels that you would find, well, at a flea market or a garage sale. This one's a very hard turning Sienna 1000. I believe that's a Shimano. Kind of hard to tell. It's made in Malaysia, so it's probably a Shimano. And much thanks to Mark or Zeke, if you will, for sending it in. If you want to sign, go out and do a search on the internet. He does beautiful work. Zeke's Antiques. That's a free plug to Mark there. All right, we've got one more box here, or another box. This one's coming from Casper, Wyoming. So I just did some work here. This is for David. Looks like there's another box. He's just wondering, besides the videos I do you take reels in to work on? Well, I do. And look at these crusty beauties. So we have a Penn Senator. It's the 4L version. It's the 113H. It's a newer version. It has the half cradle graphite. Looks like it's been sitting in something. There's all kinds of dust or something there. I haven't done the newer version. We'll do that. Wonder if this is the packing material. It's all over this stuff. the 320 GT. I think this is the 2. This is the GT2. And I've done a lot of these, so I'm not sure I will do that. This looks like an old-time classic. We'll do this one. This is the Shakespeare 2711. Nice reel. This one was made in Japan. I'm almost thinking that this is probably one of those from Omori or whatever. I think Chris Jenkins has actually been sending me some notes on these. All right, so that's the ones from David. We'll be happy to get on those. If you're like Zeke and you want to see these, hit that notification button when you subscribe. That's your best way to do it. And if you're like Zeke and you have a reel that you want to have repaired or looked at or estimated or what have you, in terms of whether it's worth repairing, then contact me on the email that follows. I'll be happy to provide you with repair service information. Okay, this one is coming in from Bill out of Atlanta, Georgia. This is one of my favorites. This is the Total Lever Drag 20. It's a Shimano reel, lever drag. Seems to be working fine. We'll certainly take care of that. I think he's a Shimano fan. We have 2 Shimano 60 bait runners. This is the 3500B. Not sure if I did the 35. I know I've done the 45 and the 65. Not sure on that. And this is the 4500R. We'll certainly take care of those for Bill. And here's a little Yvette. So I like those Yvettes a lot. And this one is the, I think it says MC Cast on it. It's the SJ64. And it doesn't hurt to do Yvettes. They're very popular reels. And a lot of folks want to see how to service them. So I'll probably do the video on the Yvette. So if you're seeing things as I'm skipping over this, if you're seeing a reel that you would like to see serviced, please note that in the comments section, and I'll certainly try to get there and do that. Well, finally, we got a knock on the door the other day, and Robert stopped by. And he's one of these folks that actually listens to what I suggest. He says, I'm out of the water with most of my reels. Can you tune them up and get me ready for the spring? So I've got a whole bag here of reels that Robert brought in. And let's just preview those for you as well. So here's another Yvette. Same reel with a blue backing to it. Well, one of those two we will certainly do. Here's an Okuma. This is the Okuma Coronado. I like those. Coronados are the bait feeders. And this is a CDX that doesn't trip. That's interesting. So we have a bait feeder that's not tripping. We'll try and solve that one. Looks like we have 2 of these. I know he does a lot of trolling. We have another one. This is the 65. The other one was the... Is that also the 65? That was the 60 and the 65. This one's tripping. Oh, he must be an Okuma fan. There's a 3rd and a 4th. So I'm going to get a whole lesson on these. I'll do one of these for sure. We have an Abu Garcia Ambassador. I believe that he said something was wrong with this one. We're going to find out. I don't see it on the initial swing. We have a Penn Battle. This one's a mess. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. This almost looks like braid slip when you notice how it's all knotted up and going at different angles. Something's clearly not right there. It may be that this is not going up and down. Oh yeah, we have a definite problem in this one. There's strip gears inside of this one. Gearing's still available. That's going to be a question now. So that's this is the straight battle. This is the first of the battle series. And this one's been through a lot. It may just not make sense to go ahead and repair that one due to the cost of the pieces and the parts. And one more Yvette we have here. It's a 5.3 to 1. And again, I like the Yvettes. I think a lot of people like the Yvettes out in the marketplace. And there's certainly going to be enough there to do a couple of videos for the channel so that folks can see how they get repaired. So we'll do, in this lot, we'll do the Okuma, we'll do the Yvettes, and we'll try and figure out what's going on with the Ambassador. I have, of quite a few ambassadors. This is the C3 6500. I think it just seems like it's tired, but we'll see. And we'll get as many of these published as videos as we can, showing you how to do the service yourself. And you should take advantage of the off-season, if you're in an off-season environment, to go tune up those reels. So if you want to see them, again, please subscribe. And that's the best way to see them. So let's just review quickly. We got some Okumas that we're going to do. We've got some Yvettes that we're going to do. We got a whole box of why did this reel break kind of projects from Zeke. And we've got a whole group to get ready for the spring. So with that, please, everybody stay safe and stay well. If you're a first responder, essential personnel, or if you're involved in keeping us safe during the pandemic, like the Uniformed Services, thank you for what you do. Everybody, please pay attention, stay safe, stay well, stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.